an extra $1,200 to every single American. We're talking about guaranteed income in this video, especially a Robin Hood scenario. Take a look at this. Oregon could become the first state to tax big companies and send the cash to all residents. This could be up to $750. Let you know what happens with that. Also, we got another city that is going to give $500 a month over the next year. And we're going to give you a latest update on the $1,200 National Guaranteed Income Program, what's going on with that, what you could expect, what the latest is with that bill, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate Social Security guaranteed income updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more updates like this. So this was a really interesting one here. So Oregon could become the first state to tax big companies and send the cash to all residents. But the November ballot measure has a major bipartisan and business opposition. So basically, what Oregon was thinking, so the pitch would be everyone who encountered a petition gatherer seeking signatures in Oregon, would you like a $750 annual rebate from the state for each member of your household, paid for by making giant corporations pay their fair share? Well, of course, if you say, hey, if you sign this petition, you could get $750, everybody will sign that petition. So voters signed onto the concept in droves, catapulting the initiative commonly known as the Oregon Rebate to November's ballot. If passed, it would make Oregon the first state to increase minimum tax on large businesses and send the cash to all residents, guaranteeing them a minimum income. So this could be an idea that if it's successful in Oregon, it could be spread throughout the entire country. Whatever state you're in, what do you think about your state taxing the biggest companies in your state, then taking that money and giving every single person just a check, like a $750 rebate? What are your thoughts on that? Good idea? Bad idea? So what it says here, I'm not exaggerating here, but we got an extreme positive response. The secret sauce is that it's a pretty clear concept. So basically talking sort of a way to fund a universal basic income program, excuse me, but where everyone gets the money in a one lump sum for the entire year and everybody in the state gets it. So basically, that's what this idea was. Unfortunately, it didn't really go too far. So corporations raised $16 million to oppose Oregon's Universal Basic Income Plan, and they won. So Oregon's Universal Basic Income measure failed with 78.8% of voters opposing the policy. The measure proposed giving $1,600 annually to state residents, funded by corporate tax increase. Basic income programs have tried across the U.S. as an approach to poverty reduction. So what are your thoughts? Good idea, bad idea when it comes to guaranteed income, universal basic income? So what happened here? It sounded like it was a good idea. Oregon's effort to institute statewide universal basic income failed on November 5th, with 73% of total votes counted. The Associated Press reported that 78.8% of the voters opposed the policy. So Measure 118, also known as the Oregon Rebate, planned to give $1,600 annually to all residents who spend more than 200 days in the state. If it passed, Oregon would have been the first state to implement a UBI, Universal Basic Income policy, all residents, no strings attached, cash. So yeah, it looks like the voters actually did not want to do this. So the opposition movement raised $16 million, more than 26 times what the Oregon Rebate Support PAC raised. So the measure failure comes as basic income programs across the country so basically, yeah, it failed. I guess the big corporations raised a bunch of money, put out a bunch of information saying, hey, don't vote for it. But this is a pretty big vote against it. So 78% of voters went against it. So it looks like it didn't happen there. I'm sure other states are going to try to pass a statewide UBI. Another success that we have here, looks like Salem launches guaranteed income program for 100 residents living in poverty. So Salem, Massachusetts, they will give $500 a month over the next year to 100 residents living at or below the federal poverty line. Residents can apply for the program beginning on October 28th. So this is live now if you live in Salem, Massachusetts. But the problem is with these guaranteed income programs is that it's only going out to like 100 people here, maybe 500 people, 1,000, 2,000 at most, when there are thousands more who are in poverty and could use the money. So I understand there's not enough money to go around, but it looks like people could definitely use more. For example, this one, Sunnyvale, California, lacks funding for guaranteed income program, just not enough money to make it happen. This one wanted to do a 2-year program providing 500 monthly checks to 166 families. Unfortunately, they didn't raise enough money there. But when it comes to on a big scale, you might be wondering, all right, this is cool. This is happening in pockets around the country. What about me? Well, this was the one. This bill would send U.S. adults guaranteed income of up to $1,200 per month. So this was the bill that when it was actually introduced into Congress, it was going to give $1,200 a month for adults, $600 for children following the pilot program across the U.S. This was introduced by Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. This was one of the biggest ones, I think the one that people were most excited about, but unfortunately, there's just no way to get that much money and sustain it for that long. Social Security, which is mainly funding people who are, in the retirement age, disabled as well. But if that program can't even stay afloat, which is about to run out of money in less than 10 years, a program like this, I don't see how it would have had enough success. So the $1,200 per month, although really good, it actually hasn't even been spoken about since. There hasn't been much, despite the high inflation, despite so many people living and struggling with poverty. Something like this, I think, could have helped a lot of people. The big issue is how is it paid for? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Would this have been a good idea? $1,200 a month for every adult, $600 for every kid. What are your thoughts on that? And that is all the news that I have for today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Bella. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you something that you should really do. Like if you make a mistake, learn by experience and make mistakes. And I see you in the next video. Hi guys. Don't say that.
Hi guys. I wish them breathe and see I could. Bye.
With Trump officially as our president, what does that mean for your Social Security check? Well, I go over exactly what his proposals are, what it means for the economy, what it means for your Social Security check in this video over here. So click that video now, and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.